Hi everyone and welcome. Today we are taking a look at the DC Multiverse, the Flash, and the Atom figure that it's based off of the new Dark Knight 3, the Master Race comic books that's been released recently. This Flash figure is actually a Walgreens exclusive, so if you are looking for it, you will have to look at a Walgreens store, or if anything, check on their website to see if it pops up somewhere. I was able to find this guy near my job when I was leaving, and I was very happy to find him. And as you can see, the boxing is a similar boxing to every multiverse packaging that they have recently. And on the box, you can see the figures. You have the Flash with his new suit based off of the Frank Miller style from The Dark Knight Returns. You also have a small version of the Atom figure, and bonus-wise, you get the Unmasked Bruce Wayne head, which is actually the biggest thing I wanted to get from this figure, because an unmasked Bruce Wayne head that can possibly go on every other figure that's come out before them. And as you can see in the front, you have the look of Flash from the comic book, and on the side you also have the same thing with the Flash and you have a little bio right there. And on the back, it shows you the rest of the figures that are in the line of the Dark Knight Returns figures. So the only one that we're still waiting to come out for is the Wonder Woman figure, which I'm hoping will hit stores soon. And that will complete the entire set that you have. And as you can see, you have the Flash and the Atom. So enough talking, so let's just open this guy up and check out the figure. And here's the Flash figure out of the box, and I gotta tell you, I really like the design of this Flash. Now, compared to every other Flash iteration that's been coming out, it's always been the same. He's always had the red spandex suit and the same colors. And it's always been the same style. But this is very unique and different to the Frank Miller series. As you can see, he wears almost a full body suit, but it's on short sleeve and short shorts, if I think that's what is the way to say it. But it's in black, and it looks very nice and sleek in my mind. Now the entire body mold is similar, I believe, to the original Flash figures that Mattel would bring out. The head seems to be the same. Everything else looks the same except for what is the shoes here. The shoes look very trendy. They look exactly as they do in the comic book. It's kind of strange though, the way it just looks here. It looks like it's super long, but other than that, it looks really nice. As you can see, the design is really, really cool, and I really like it. I mean, it's just one of those things that stands out, and putting it in the collection with the rest of the Dark Knight figures, it'll just look awesome. Now, for articulation on this figure, basically he's on a ball joint, a little peg ball joint, so his head he can move somewhat up, moves it a little bit down, he can turn left and right. I feel like his head is a little bit too small, but I mean, either way, it still looks like a really cool design. He has his hands can go all the way up this way. It swivels around. He's got a bicep swivel. He's got a single jointed arm. He's got a swivel on the hands. He's got a waist swivel, an ab crunch, which is not too much. It's just more of a style. He's got legs that go forward. They go slightly back. They open up like this, and you got that weird open crotch area, which is not cool, but it's what Mattel seems to produce. And you got the thigh swivel, which is a lower mid thigh swivel, which is kind of cool, which is breaks right where the suit is, so it kind of hides it, and it looks really cool. And then you have a single jointed knee that's about 45 degrees, or is it 90? Yeah, it's 90, that's right. Anyways, it's really cool. And then you have his shoes or ankles that just go forward and back, and there's no ankle rocker or anything. It's pretty disappointing not to have that on these figures yet. I think Mattel can just be able to produce something like that at some point, and I'm sure people would appreciate it more in these figures. And in terms of his accessories, here's the Atom figure that comes with the Flash. It's pretty nice. It measures about an inch and a half or an inch. It's really nicely detailed. It's a small figure, and its detail on it is really precise for such a small figure. As you can see right on the mask, I'm hoping you can see it. It has a really good paint and or deco on it, and it's also got his little atom symbol on his abs instead of his belt. But it's really, really cool. But the really cool accessory that comes in this figure is the addition of the unmasked Bruce Wayne head. Now, originally when this was announced, I believe in I want to say a toy fair of some sort, New York Toy Fair, I believe, was when they announced these figures. I thought originally this was going to be an unmasked head for Flash because it came in the packaging. However, Mattel has decided to add like these little extra accessories for other figures. So if you've been collecting the figures along the line, this actual head will fit on every other figure that's come out from Bruce Wayne. So let's check that one out right now. So here we have the armored Batman that is unmasked now with the Bruce Wayne head on top of it, and I gotta tell you, it looks so much better. It looks so cool, and you have so many more options to do your figures and display them. And basically, this is a look exactly how it is at the end of the Dark Knight Returns series, when Bruce Wayne is at the end fighting Superman, and of course he wins, but ends up dying secretly. It's not really dying, but just really cool look to him. And just so you guys know, taking the original head off of the armored Batman is very tricky, because this is, as you can see, it's very thick plastic, and I tried using a hairdryer and it didn't work as well, and then I had to use a hot water treatment, and I had to leave it there for a very long time. And as I started taking it out, I was worried I was going to break the actual peg inside, but I was lucky enough to get it out. But if you were that's how you can do that, so just be careful, guys. And also, if you guys are interested to know, or at least something you can try to do, if you have an extra one of these figures, you can always just pop this head out, and then what I'm probably going to end up doing is I'm going to be drilling a hole all the way in here, and I'm gonna cut off the face portion off of this mask, and then just paint the eyes black to create like an empty helmet, something that maybe Superman will hold in his hand once he takes it off of Bruce Wayne. So that's an option for any customizer who's out there who's interested in doing something like that. And just so you guys can know, yes, you can pop this head off and put it on the original Mattel release of Batman, either the blue version or the black version. It's all the same because it's the same body mold. You just simply pop that off, grab this one, and pop the head off, and it's the same pegs, and you just pop that in, and boom. That is really awesome. Now you have a Bruce Wayne, unmasked Bruce Wayne in his bat suit, which I think is amazing. I mean, how cool is that, to have Bruce Wayne unmasked in his bat suit? It's not often you get that many unmasked Bruce Wayne figures, but this was actually done really well, and I think this is probably one of the display options I'm going to be having for my figure. And what's really great is that Mattel has been making some improvements in terms of their heads when they have interchangeable heads, because oftentimes they are very hard plastic and you can't take them off. But this Bruce Wayne head is actually very soft, and so it's easy to put them on any head. So I'm hoping you guys are able to pick this up, because this thing is really, really cool. And here's a little bonus for any of you customizers out there. I was checking out Batman next to my mutant leader figure, and I noticed that they actually kind of have the same body types. And looking at the head for Bruce Wayne, it looks as though his skin tone matches that of the mutant leader figure. So if anybody was interested, you can probably pop off this head. I'm unable to do it because I have to heat it up right now, but you can always pop his head off and then place Bruce Wayne's head there, and then just cut off most of the things like these spikes and repaint some of the stuff, and then of course make sure he gets a manicure of some sort, because those toes are ridiculous, and just repaint them, and then you will have yourself a Bruce Wayne, I would think, like in a gym setting, or when he's working out. Or if not, you can bandage him up, make him look like he's been beaten up. So that's another cool option you can do with this new Bruce Wayne head, which is amazing, because now you have so many possibilities of doing so many things with it. So there you have it, guys, my review of this new Flash figure from the DC Multiverse, based off of the new Dark Knight 3, the Master Race comic. And I gotta tell you guys, this is really cool. I've added actually the effects from the Mezco 112 Flash to give this effect, but he looks so cool, and I hope you guys are able to find him, because this figure is pretty much, it's an okay, but it's really cool looking figure. And the fact that you get Adam as a small accessory, and also the unmasked Bruce Wayne head, it's really worth getting and looking for at Walgreens. So I hope you guys have luck, and I'll catch you guys later.